Hey, good morning. Welcome to Growing with Sarah. I'm Sarah. It is Mother's Day 2024, May 12th, and it is around 6:15 in the morning. I just wanted to do a quick tour. There's not a whole heck of a lot going on here yet, except for tulips and daffodils, but some stuff is starting to pop up, starting to feel like the garden is coming on again, like I could make a little tour here. So we're gonna start on the porch, sorry, like we normally do, and don't mind some of the junk out here. We've been weeding, so there's some little trash barrels that we collect the weeds in and stuff like that, but we'll talk about what I've got on the porch. So I just have some stuff for hanging baskets. We went, myself and Lily went to the greenhouse when it first opened up, and May 1st, and got some stuff for hanging baskets, just some petunias, dichondra silver falls, some calibrachoa. This is the coral, what is this one? Double vintage coral. Ooh, it's really pretty. It's closed up right now, but then we got some crazy tunias, the black mamba, and super tunia latte, bacopa. Like I said, just stuff for hanging baskets. I got some begonias for the front here. And then these two containers, this is all stock that I started from seed. These are going to probably go in the ground this afternoon. Well, in a raised bed this afternoon. This is some sea holly, just some stuff I got from Walmart that, in the packages, and popped in some dirt. These are Casablanca lilies, same deal. These are geraniums that I started from seed. I will tell you what, starting geraniums from seed was so easy. I'm never going to buy geraniums in the greenhouse again. It's crazy how expensive geraniums are when they're this easy to start from seed. And it really was just pop them in the dirt and they grew. So this is pansies that I started, and they're super slow. This is just the way pansies are, but that's all right because our weather here is cooler and I can really grow pansies all year long here, so these will just be later in the season. Just some more, here's a little bit more blooms on this double antique coral, or vintage coral, sorry. Really pretty. Those were definitely on my list. And then we got these crazy tunias. They're super pretty. They look great with the black mamba. This is called raspberry lemonade. Really, really pretty. You see it there with the black mamba. They're gonna look great together. These are just some irises that I picked up for, I think, 50 cents a piece at Walmart. Those are just going to go on the ground. This is some yarrow that I started. Pansies. More pansies that I started here and here. These are columbine. So I've got Nora Barlow, and then I have a couple of the snowball columbines there. Okay. We're not going to go down the south side yet too much here, but some stuff popping up. There's a lot of maple. Had so many like maple whirlybird things fall this winter, and they're just popping up everywhere. So it's taken a lot of work to get those out of the ground, most of which Lily has been doing. So I'm very grateful to her. Very good Mother's Day gift to have your garden weeded in the spring. But we've got a lot of foxglove popping up that I put in from last year. All the hostas are starting to pop up. And so the real star of the show is the daffodils and tulips. Don't ask me varieties on the daffodils and tulips. A lot of these are just things that I got on clearance at Walmart, in containers even, that I didn't even know what they looked like when I got them because they were already dead. But these are some pretty ones. Some smaller ones. Most of the ones I have are just yellow. And I love the yellow. Just the plain yellow. Ooh, ooh, okay, let me see if I can get this. Okay, there's a little right here, right to the right of my fingertip. That is maidenhair fern. So I had this sticking up here, so I remember that I planted it there. I got it bare root from Prairie Moon Nursery. I got 3 of them, so that's the first one to pop up. I did one here, one kind of right across the way from it. You can see nothing popping up there yet, but I kept that. And then I did one sort of over by the tree there, so it'll be sort of like a triangular with the maiden hairs. And then I have ostrich fern back here, popping up, looking good. Like I said, lots of hostas. Daisies are starting to pop up. These are columbine here that I started from seed last year. And these are the pot of gold. I got these from Baker Creek. Because they're a perennial, I don't expect any flowers or like anything off of them this year, but they are putting on a lot of growth, and they came back. They survived the winter, so that right there is enough for me at this point. The lungwort is really gorgeous this time of year. It's starting to really put on its show. I'm pretty sure this is the Pink-a-Blue from Proven Winners. And so it starts off pink and then ages out to that bluer color. You can see this one right here is a really good example. It starts out pink like that, and then they age out to the blue. And then the Queen of Hearts Brunnera is starting to pop up here. Got some cute little daffodils all through there. Let's see. This little muscari area popped up so cute here this year. This blue color is so pretty. Now, I've heard that muscari can be a little bit invasive, but I wouldn't be sad if that invaded this garden. Honestly, it's so pretty. The color is gorgeous. It's really very blue, which is rare. And then I have this tulip popping up here that looks like it's going to be sort of a creamy color. It's pretty. I do not know exactly what that is. Again, a lot of this stuff is just stuff that I stuck in here as far as the tulips and daffodils go, stuff that I got on clearance. Here's the Woolala hosta starting to pop up. Got some lilies starting to pop up. All the heucheras that Lily put in last year coming back gorgeous. This is the Yellow Brick Road sedum. Had some primrose come back. This one is back, but not great. The rest of these are gorgeous little primrose. These I started from seed last year. They were a mix that I got from Baker Creek. This is the Autumn Joy hosta. Autumn Joy sedum, or Autumn Frost? Autumn Joy, Autumn Frost, something like that, sedum. The Serendipity alliums are coming back beautiful. So with the tulips and daffodils that I have out here walking up to the front porch, these have been in the ground. Now this is their second season coming up. And last year, the white sort of creamy ones came up first for the tulips. And then we had other colors, but you can see like this side had a much stronger amount of tulips come up, where this side is a lot more sparse. And I mean, even at this time of year when we don't have leaves on the trees, this side of the yard is much shadier for longer than even just this side of the walkway. So I'm not sure if that's why we just had less come up on this side, but either way, it still looks pretty. It's really sweet to see it up, walk up to the porch. And then again, there's your sedum. The serendipity alliums look like they're spreading out a little bit, look great. This primrose is really showy right now. So sweet. There's one with a little bit of white. Lots of daffs. Again, we have some that are just your basic bright yellow daff, and then I have mixed in here too some that are doubles. And I put all these in last year, so in the grass here. Let me see it. I think one of these doubles are really open well. Here, look at this one. Isn't that pretty? It's different. I get kind of white on the tips. I don't know if you can see that on the camera or not. They're really gorgeous. We got Sweet William popping up here. Daylilies that Lily put in last year. Everything is really just starting to come up. I've been walking around seeing like, okay, did this come back? I left a lot of on this echinacea here, I left all the sticks standing up on the new plants that I put in so I could remember where I had them and, you know, be able to tell if they're starting to pop, because some things are later and this one is starting to come up. This is my Russian sage denim and lace, and I'm not seeing any growth on it. I mean, it feels pretty strong, like the roots are actually in there, so I'm going to give it time. I've never grown that before, and I don't know how late it might pop up. There's some phlox starting to pop up there. I left a lot of tags in as well, just so that I would remember where things were and I wouldn't mistake stuff for, mistake things for weeds in the spring when you don't really know what your plants quite look like when they're coming back. And so I wouldn't walk all over them. So it's a good idea to keep your tags, keep them in the ground, or make tags yourself if you don't, really like the look of the plastic tags that come with the plants. I always think those little like copper tags are pretty and stuff like that. Just something that helps you remember where your plants are, what they are, so you don't step on them or accidentally pull them. And let's see. Okay, so these guys are done. I haven't mowed yet, but the crocus came up gorgeous. I had a bunch here, right there, and then another bunch in between these two sets of daffodils there. They came up really pretty. They were so nice to see in the beginning of the spring, around here. It was been, we just have a long winter, so it was really nice to see the crocus pop up. And let's see, here's another thing. Okay, so I've had the tag in for this. Oops, sorry. I've had this, and I haven't made a video in so long, so bear with me, guys. But I have a tag in for this clematis here, this Bernardine clematis, and I definitely thought it was dead, but it's not. It's starting to have some growth here. Just saw that the other day. Again, just a great idea to kind of keep things marked, so if it's not something that's very obvious what it is or things like that, just keep those marks there. And then this is, I'm really happy to see this because I got 1, 2, 3, 4 so far popping up here. This is Eileen's Dream iris. I'm hoping that we'll see flowers off of that this year. It's its second year. These are the Queen of the Night tulips, I believe Queen of the Night. These are super late. These are these are going to be probably my last bit of spring color. They're very late compared to the rest of the tulips, but that's fine. I enjoy having the color spread out. These guys are just starting to blush a little bit. This mix is the Pride mix. Really just a lot of pretty colors, pinks and purples, and just a nice beautiful mix like that. The Spirea coming back looks great. I'm going to come in here and kind of deadhead these older flowers off. But I mean, I don't know how important that really is because it'll be filled up soon. But it's pretty. I love this chartreusey color that it gets. I can't remember what this one is called. Didn't save the tag on it. Well, I might have the tag on that in the house. I might. Okay, so then these are the gigantum alliums. Oh my god, they're huge. This is just... So I got these from Baker Creek last year too. Let me step back. Okay. So first of all, let me kind of give you an idea. These tulips are about 2 feet, almost 2 feet. The tallest ones are about 2 feet tall. And then I've got Casablanca lilies back here. And then the 2 gigantum alliums, and that is, that's a rudbeckia. That's the triloba rudbeckia, which I'm going to dig that one out. And move it, because I got space in here that hasn't filled up yet. And so these are going to be outstanding with the Casablanca lilies. Oh my god, I can't wait for that. I can't wait. Okay, so I have 3 lace cap hydrangeas in here, and I had transplanted them over here last year from the front yard. The 2 down here seem to have done well. This one is a little bit on the struggle bus. It's a little bit later, like, I don't know, I don't know. There's like budding happening down here, but there seems to be a lot of dead for such a small plant. But there is stuff that's alive, so I'm gonna give it the season and not try to replace it or anything like that this year, but I'm concerned about that one. This is leftovers from the triloba. This one did not pop back up. There's the other hydrant. Like, you can just see how much better this one is doing. There's life on every little branch. It's kind of a bummer, but it happens. Again, not much happening down here right now. This is a peony. So actually this peony started to pop up last fall, and I was a little nervous that it was going to die because it went through the frost. Like, it started to grow right going into winter, but it seems fine. No worse for the wear. And then, don't mind, I gotta finish weeding up in here, but this is the species Tulips. I got these free with when I ordered the gigantium alliums. And I can't remember what they're called, but let's see, we're going to get a little one there. So these are species variety, so they'll stay small. But they're kind of neat. Like, this one has sort of a ruffly leaf structure. It's those are going to be different there. I really like them. Oh, there's the hose. And let's see, these hydrangeas are doing great. These are panicles. I always want to call them strawberry whatever, but they're not. I have the tag for those inside. I know I'll try to remember. Got a few iris popping up in here. Both of those are doing fantastic. The hens and chicks that I put in around the stones here did way better than I thought they would over winter. So these will all start to, you know, continue to throw out runners and grow in here through the summer. They look great. Really, really good. I'm happy with it. Okay, let's go ahead and... So back here for the tulips again, I just like threw all my, and daffodils, I just threw all my daffodils in a bag, mixed everything that I had together, and did the daffs on either side. Again, this side, this is the south side of my house, or the south side of the garden here. This gets more shade, and you can just see how much further along the daffodils are over here than the ones over here. And when we look at the tulips, you'll see how much more these are open than those, how much more aged the hyacinth are on this side compared to this side, The blues are just darker. Oh, they smell amazing. They smell amazing. This little mix here was a mix that I got from Walmart. It was a hyacinth. It was this tulip and then the little minnow daffodils. How cute are those? Oh my god, they're adorable. The birds are awake with me this morning. The crows. So you can kind of see the mix here. We have some with the orange, and then some just yellow cherry, and then some of those doubles all kind of mixed in here for the daffodils. And then on either end of this setup is the late mix tulips. So most of these are doubles. And these guys are just starting to blush and come along. We're supposed to be in the mid-70s today, so we'll probably see some of these, like this one will definitely open today. I'll try to get some pictures. And then there's just some mixes of tulips in here and some hyacinth that Lily threw in that we had and just hadn't gotten in the ground yet, so she came out here. This is the garlic bed. Garlic looking good. Not mad at it at all. I also have some walking onions in here. These are walking onions. I think I have 3. 1, 2, and then 3 right back there. And then I just have some, let's go around here. Just some onions that I started from seed kind of down the center here. Looks like grass, but it's onion. Just a few, just kind of thrown in there. I got those out about 2 weeks ago. But yeah, the garlic looks great. And then some more onions here. Again, just stuff I threw out that I had started from seed. This is a salvia that I had in one of my pots last year that survived over winter. So I just pulled it out and put one here and one in the corner of that bed. Those are ones I started from seed last year from Baker Creek. I started some parsley from seed this year. I've got the flat leaf and the curly leaf here. And that is in the corners of each of the taller beds on either side of the trellises. This project I just finished yesterday. This is all cardboard underneath here. You can kind of see through it. And then I had some grow fabric that I gotten from Goodwill, probably at least 2 years ago, and kind of stuck away in the basement and said, I'll use this for something. And so I put all cardboard down in here, some brown paper too, just everything I had. And then put, because I didn't have mulch to put on top of it yet, I got to run and do a mulch run, but I put the grow fabric down on top of it. And you can see, obviously, the grow fabric is really thin, so I'm not really using it to block weeds, but, I mean, it won't hurt. I'm just going to throw the mulch on top of it. I'm not going to pull that weed fabric up. It won't hurt to help keep the weeds down in here, but I'm going to do a whole in-ground situation inside the raised beds here this year. Which I'm really, really excited for. It's going to give me a lot of growing space. And then same thing in here, onions, salvia, and so you can see there's much less daffodils. I mean, they're coming. It's not that they're not going to bloom. They're just not there yet. And these tulips are not even, I mean, they're just like very minimal amount of blush on these. These are still probably at least a week away from opening up. Same thing with the mix in here. Lily just threw these little pink hyacinth are so cute. And she just kind of threw these in at the end of the year. The strawberries look great. We actually have some that are starting to put flower buds on, so Lily is pumped for that because she's a strawberry hound. Some more onions in here. So last year I started a ton of onions from seed, and and they all failed. Every single onion failed. And then I went to the greenhouses to find some onion starts there, and nothing. They had nothing. So except for like Walla Wallas, and I'm sorry, even with starting Walla Wallas inside, I just don't have the growing season for them, and they don't hold well if you try to pull them before they come to maturity. So I didn't try to grow any Walla Wallas. Not that they're not good, I just don't have a long enough growing season here. And so this year, I think I kind of overstarted onions. So now we have a billion onions everywhere. And I was like, well, if some die, it won't be a big deal. But of course, none of them are dying. So onions, you'll see some more onions before we're done here. Okay, so these beds here on either end, towards the driveway here, have snapdragons. These guys have been out for a few weeks. We had a frost this past Friday morning, and they did great. I'm not worried about the snapdragons being, and I'm a real frost, you know, it was at least 30. We got down in about 28, 30 degrees, and so they definitely, you know, you could see the frost on them when I got up in the morning, and they're perfectly fine. It's weird because they have such thin leaves. You wouldn't think that they would handle frost so well, but they did fantastic. I also have some ranunculus in here. Somebody's been digging around in here, so some of them are dead, but some of them are doing okay. We'll see how that goes. Those ranunculus are corms that I bought in the fall at like L&M. They had them marked down to $1 or something like that, and I was like, well, we'll see. I don't know if they'll hold all winter in a little plastic bag, but I think I had 20 of them, or 30 maybe, and I got really good germination, I guess you would call it, off of them. So I started them indoors a while back and then just moved them out a few weeks ago. More onions. A little hard to see, but there are onions on this side of the bed. Got the chives coming, starting to put on their little flower buds here. More parsley and chives, and then this bed is the same as the other bed we just looked at. So there's onions, ranunculus, and then snapdragons. Really, this is the first year that I've been quite that successful with snapdragons, so I'm excited to see them come up. Let's see, I have some new stuff over here for the dog kennel, but let's start with the tulips. So this tulip mix here is a mix that I got through Flower Hill Farm. That's a channel here on YouTube. It was, I think I paid $70, maybe $80. I can't remember now. It was a few years back. And I put them in, and last year was their first year to come up. And I honestly, these are really kind of like specialty stuff. I didn't expect them to come back this year, and I swear they came back stronger than they came up the first year. They're gorgeous. These are not open right now, but they're like an orange red with this yellow streaking. It's stunning, really beautiful. And then there's a bunch of doubles in here as well. Let me see, so you can see this with that little bit of red. So this is the yellow with the red peakity sort of edging on here. When this opens up, this is a double. They're just really gorgeous, and I never spend that much money. I know if you've been here before, you know I'm cheap, and usually I buy my tulips on clearance for, you know, $1 for 30 bulbs or something ridiculous, because I'm cheap. But I love to have a lot of tulips and daffodils in the spring. But I don't like to spend the money. I don't like tulip money going out of my pocket. So I'm usually really cheap about it. But this blend was so pretty that I just couldn't stop myself. And totally worth it. Honestly, they're gorgeous. They're gorgeous. I know that she did another sale on spring bulbs last year. I didn't buy any last year because I had bought so many like Walmart type varieties that I wasn't sure I was going to be able to even get them all in the ground. But I would totally recommend buying from her, 100%. It's beautiful stuff, and I don't regret it one bit. Okay, so then we got hollyhocks popping up here. What's new in here is I got a couple of Magic Fountain delphiniums, the cherry blossom, and then the dark blue over there, dark bee blue. And then I also have in here, this is the Nellie Mosier clematis. This is kind of special to me because my mother had bought me a Nellie Mosier clematis years ago that I had. It's beautiful. It's doing really good. And when I moved, I wasn't able to take it with me, and I've been looking for years now to try and find another one to replace it, and finally found one at Menards of all places. $8. I can't, beautiful pricing. And then I also got, you can see there's more hollyhocks popping up back there and here. These are the black hollyhocks. And then right down here, sorry, I do need to come and do a little cleanup. This is another clematis that I got at Menards. It's called Arabella. Very pretty. So this is, but this is not a climbing clematis so much. It only gets like, I think it said 2 to 3 feet. Oh no, maybe 5 to 6 feet, like probably about 4 feet. It's not really like a big climber the way Nellie Mosier will climb all the way to the top of the kennel, which is 6 feet tall. And will probably, so that'll grow right up the center of the kennel and spread all out. It'll be gorgeous. It's stunning. That one is more like a Stand By Me style clematis, if you're familiar with that from Proven Winners, where it's smaller, sort of bushier. So that'll be pretty to kind of fill in the space between the hollyhocks. The hollyhocks don't get as tall on this end of the kennel, so that'll be a nice little filler at that end. And then we have this tulip mix that I have saved for the end here. These are gorgeous. This is the Prince mix with the yellows and the pinks, and then just like the like sunsetty colors. Look at that. Oh my god, I love that. The hard thing about having tulips like this is I want to cut them all, but I also want to walk out here and see them every day. So it's a tough one. But these are really gorgeous, and they all came up so nice. And I also think that I have Blue Diamond and Angelique in here, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay. All right, so that was a quick tour, but I really wanted to get started on that this year, and get my tulips and everything on video, because last year I didn't. I started so late. But yeah, so just going through that, and we'll be doing this once a week from here on out until the end of the growing season, so you guys will see everything coming on. And oh, let's see if we can get a pretty little shot of the daffodils out here in the morning. It's really pretty. All right. So that's everything for me this morning. I hope that everybody has a fantastic Mother's Day. Take care of yourself, take care of your mom, take care of all the women in your life. And very happy Mother's Day to my own mother, Eileen. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.